What's up, alchemists? Welcome to MTG Alchemy and welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada. All right, so real quick before we get started, all of our patrons are getting one of these promo Grand Prix lands. I don't call them Grand Prix anymore, so it took some tracking down, but you guys are getting these foil Grand Prix lands. If you want to become a patron, go to patreon.com/MTGAlchemy and sign up for there. Any one of these tiers will get you stuff just like this. We love giving stuff back to our patrons because you guys are ultimately what keeps our lights on, and we really appreciate it. You guys help us pay the bills, so thank you so much. I can't wait to get these out to you guys. All right, what's up, alchemists? We are here with Olivia. She's one of the most amazing cosplayers ever. Yeah, she's definitely one of our favorites for sure. And anyways, we just kind of want to see like what made you want to do cosplay?
It's funny. I actually tried cosplay the first time in 2016. I was going to the Emerald City Comic-Con for the very first time.
Very nice.
I'd actually wanted to do Shala from Chrono Trigger first.
Oh, nice.
And I stumbled upon Christine Sprinkle's work and was like, wait, you can cosplay magic? So I tried a Liliana and now here we are.
Very nice, very nice. Was Liliana your first?
Yeah, I had a giant Warbler Liliana for my very first cosplay. I wore it once in 2016 and put it away for an entire year. Like I wasn't a part of this or in the scene or anything. And then came to Vegas in 17, wore it there, and then got connected with everybody else that was doing cosplay here.
Very nice. Very nice. This is a really cool whispering one.
Thank you.
Outfit for sure.
Really appreciate it.
So if you were gonna say something to aspiring cosplayers, people that kind of want to get out there and be able to do this, from one end of the world to the other,
Right.
What would you tell them?
Just take the chance. We're a pretty, especially the magic community for this. We're a pretty welcoming bunch, and we're just happy to see other people sharing their passion with this and taking another step to have some creativity and bring the game to life in a way that's meaningful to them. So
yeah. Don't
be afraid. Just, buy that giant sheet of foam and a razor and a heat gun and see where the day takes you. Go for it. Just go for it.
We are here with Noah Bradley. He is the artist behind Leyline of the Void, the new print. It's so cool. So we're gonna pick his brain a little bit. So whenever they came to you and said, "Hey, we want you to do," what did they tell you? You walk us through. What did they say? Did they say, "Hey, we want you to do the art for the new Leyline"?
Yes, all 5 of them, in fact. And that was a fun assignment because Leylines are just lines.
Right.
It's not a fun subject to paint, so just make 2 lines look interesting. So that was a fun challenge to make just crossing lines look interesting.
Right.
So it was a bit of a challenge and make 5 different looking pieces that all are interesting and cool and stuff like that. So it was quite a challenge, but it was also a blast to do. I love getting to do cycles like that, where you do get to try all the different color pairs and all that. And,
that's sick that they came with you with all of them.
Yeah.
They wanted you to do all of them. So what goes through your head when you're in there like that and they say, okay, Leyline of the Void, what do you think about whenever you're like, okay, what does that mean?
Well, first thing you want to look at is the old ones. So you at least get an idea of what you're trying to beat,
right.
More or less. You don't want to screw up and do something worse than the old ones. That would be sad. So yeah, that's be the first thing. And then it's a lot of sketches and just trying to figure out ideas of how you want it to look, what sort of landscape you want to have around it, how you can get off the kind of black vibes for Void, while also thinking about what the card's doing, thinking about how to convey some of the energy that's going on in there, and yeah.
Very cool, man. Very cool. So, okay, so I know you've done other pieces, right? Yeah. Okay, so what are some of the other stuff you've done for Wizards?
The big stuff would be History of Benalia.
History of Benalia.
That was obviously a pretty popular one.
Yeah,
the Shockland Expeditions from Zendikar, those are always primo.
Yeah, my buddy Cody just got that actually.
Nice. Yeah. Those things are super sweet. A couple other masterpieces were Extraplanar Lens and Cloudstone Curio.
Okay.
So I did both of those. A little bit not quite as cool as Shocklands, but still cool.
Right.
And then some old classics for Anger of the Gods, Drown in Sorrow, Museum Mortars, all sorts of fun stuff.
So just everything?
Yes, all the board wipes, basically, or just me?
All the board wipes?
Board wipes, yeah.
Very cool. I hope they reprint Damnation and let you do the art for it.
That would be dream assignment right there.
That's pretty cool.
I would love that.
So to all the aspiring artists out there that do the they get out here and they try to do their own art on these cards and stuff. What would you tell them? What would you say? Hey, this is how you kind of get out there and get noticed. What would you say to them?
Work really, really, really hard.
Yeah.
It's super tough getting into this stuff. Like, I'll just be totally honest. Like, there's so many good artists.
Right.
But at the same time, they are trying a lot more new artists than they used to. So
Right.
it actually is kind of a good time to get in. Magic just has to commission so many paintings all the time.
Right.
Like, it's just ridiculous. You look at how much product they're putting out there that needs new art.
Right.
They got a lot of stuff. So they are looking for more new artists constantly. So.
So again, here with DJ from JumboCommander. What's going on, man?
Hey, I'm just here hanging out at Magic Fest Vegas and meeting all of the best people.
Yeah, there's so many fun people here, and like people like Josh and the Spike Feeders are here, and then you got people from like Lexicon. So many cool people. I'm very pleased that I was able to meet
And
you.
just like cool people. Like you just sit down at any table and then suddenly you're talking with people from all across the country, around the world, and we're all just here playing Magic. It's great.
Yeah, it's so surreal to actually like sit down with people and just be like, hey, so I'm playing this commander. What's happening? You know, like it's really weird to have them sitting across the table from you. It's really cool.
So what commander are you playing today?
I am playing Yuriko. What are you playing?
Ooh, that's mean. Okay, so I brought like 10 decks, okay? So I'm only gonna give you like the 2, okay?
Okay.
So if people are playing a little bit more competitive, I'll bring out Shalai, Voice of Plenty. It's Selesnya, it's lots of creatures, and so it can be very aggressive, come down, attack people with little mana elves and put +1/+1 counters. But
Yeah.
then if the game needs to end, you know, then it can just go full-on combo. You know, start doing
Right.
Archangel of Thune combo or like,
Ooh.
you know, just different nasty stuff. It's great. But then if I really want to interact with everyone, hang out, have a good time, I'm going to bust out my Okagachi Vengeful Kami politics deck.
I
5
love
colors. Yeah, 5 colors. Every card in there interacts with someone else. For example, I play Lantern instead of normal ramp so that I can give you mana and not just myself. Because, you know, you might need a mana here and
Right,
there.
everybody needs
exactly. Yeah. So those are my go-to decks for this because ultimately at these kinds of events, you want fun stuff that interacts with your friends. And also sometimes you want to bring something crazy powerful to the table
Right.
to just be competitive.
See, I didn't get to bring 10 decks. I only actually brought like 4. So I brought Yuriko, which is hard, and then I brought Vanifar, which is, you know, double birthing pods.
Oh, yeah.
And then for fun, I brought just a mill deck. I brought Una, but it's not infinite mill Una. It's not that. It's
Really?
just like
You're going to sit down at the table and say, don't worry, this won't kill me in one turn?
It's not.
Oh my gosh! See, this is what you have to deal with at Magic Fest.
I know.
People
right?
spiking you with Una out of nowhere. No.
All right, what's up, alchemists? Again, here in Las Vegas, we have Gavin here. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Gavin Verhey. I am a senior game designer and product architect at Wizards of the Coast, and I'm also the commander architect. So what all of those long words basically mean is I design what a lot of these cards do and design the products and focus all on our commander stuff. So this command zone you see behind us of over 1,000 people all playing commander is one of my mini babies this weekend, along with Commander 2019, which I helped bring into existence, which also hit yesterday. Today is Saturday, yesterday was Friday.
Yep.
So it's been a great weekend for Commander, a great weekend for Magic, and I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, I am too. I just picked up the Rakdos deck actually. From
Oh, cool, the Madness deck, yeah,
Yes,
that deck's a blast.
Very, very cool. So you just went through a couple of things you do for Wizards. So what do you do for Wizards exactly? You're a writer, right?
I do some writing for us. I write for our website talking about, you know, the new stuff that's coming out and
Okay.
some strategy. But the main thing I do at Wizards is actually design cards.
So you
come up
des-
with
okay.
new cards, new abilities, as well as new product ideas and making sure that our product suite looks really good. So mini cards I have created. I'll name off a few. Paradox Engine and Sylvan Primordial are 2 Commander band cards, some of you may recognize. Speaking of Commander,
Yeah.
Obsidat, Aurelia, Aeon Engine, which just came out in Commander 2019, Reflector Mage, Siege Rhino. I mean, I could go on and on and on, but
Right.
Teferi's Protection. So many cards I have touched in this game, and it's fun to make them, and then also figure out what our products are going to be and design our brand new products. So with An example would be, with Commander 2019, while I did not lead the design of the product, Glenn Jones, a great designer from Wizards, actually led the design of that product.
Okay.
I told him, hey, we're going to do mechanics this time around, and then through the process, I kind of managed the whole process of like, okay, let's make sure that we have the right number of rares in these decks, and that go out around to different teams and talk with them, be like, okay, what can we do differently with the artwork and things like that. So kind of touching all aspects of a product. So I do a lot.
That's very cool. So how did you get into it? How
Well,
did you start?
yeah, so when I was 10 years old, so I'm 29 now for reference.
Okay.
When I was 10 years old, I started playing Magic. I lived in Seattle. And when I was 11, I decided, well, this is the best thing ever. I want to go design Magic cards for a living. That's what I want my job to be.
Right.
So when I was 11, I went out to a local pre-release, and Randy Buehler was there, who was the VP of Wizards at the time. And I asked him, and I was 11 years old, I asked him, hey, how can I come get a job at Wizards? And he looked at me really seriously, and he's like, all right, kid, you're going to need 2 things. And the first thing you're going to need is a college degree. And my heart just sinks. I'm like 11 years old. It's going to take forever. Oh my gosh, it's going to be years and years and years.
Yep.
But the second thing he says is you should be a really good player so we know who you are. So because we often hire people to design Magic who know the game really well.
Right.
And I thought, well, I don't know about this whole college degree thing, but a pro player, that's got to be easy, right? Turns out not. But I dedicated myself at that moment to going pro. And at 15, I started college. So I started college early. At 16, I qualified for my first pro tour, and then I actually paid for college playing pro Magic. So I flew around the world playing Magic and going to school, and then on like Friday I'd fly out to a tournament somewhere and play.
That's crazy.
So after I graduated, I graduated when I was 20 years old. I had been a pro player. I had gone to college. I had my degree, and within a year, I was hired by Wizards into R&D, and I've been there for about 8 years now designing Magic. So it's literally how it was drawn up when I was 11.
Goodness.
And I love it. It's my dream job. I get to go to work every day and work on something that I absolutely love. I get to sit next to Mark Rosewater and all these very, very smart, passionate people, and I get to come out to events like this and be around fans who just want to talk with me and hang out. And
Absolutely.
to me, Magic would be nothing without the gathering. And it's so cool to be at this gathering with everybody.
Right, you're totally right. Magic wouldn't be anything without the gathering part, and that is definitely probably the best part about Magic, is that all friends get together, and everybody's the same. Everybody's on the equal playing field, and you can play with anybody you want to here, and it's awesome. Play with people like you and all of these other great people that are here, and you see them on YouTube, you see them, do other things, and it's like, man, but here, they're just people.
And I really can't stress enough like how welcoming and wonderful the Magic community is. Like
really?
At this command zone, you walk in, there are people you've never seen in your entire life, and you'll sit down at a table with them and just play a 4-player game of Commander.
Yes.
And in 15 seconds, you're smiling, laughing, talking about it, because you all have this shared experience together, which is amazing. I travel a lot. It's one of my passions is traveling. I've been to 86 countries, so I go all around the world. And whenever I go to a new country, I always try and find a game store there.
Right.
And when I walk in, I'll sit down and meet people, and they could be Japan. We might not speak the same language at all, but we can all speak the language of Magic and sit down and play a game and smile and laugh at the things that are happening. And nothing else in the world have I ever seen transcend every other facet of life, whether it's you or your location or your orientation or whatever. It's you're all unified under this banner of Magic, and that to me is the most magical thing about this whole experience.
Yeah, I agree. One last question, I'll let you go.
Please.
Where did you get your suit?
This is from the internet, a place where all things are findable. It's from a website called Tipsy Elves, and I have a lot of their stuff. I love wearing bright, loud things. It's kind of my shtick. Yeah. So this falls right into that. And frankly, this whole event is bananas, so it felt appropriate to wear it today.
It is very bananas, man. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to do an interview with us. Thank you so much, and I guess we'll see you around.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'll be happy to get a game in later, and thank you so much for watching and supporting these folks. It's the fans that make this all possible, so thank you so much.
All right, guys, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you guys stick around and check out all the links in the description below, because everybody that we interviewed today, we will have their links in the description. So you go check out their content, check out the stuff that they do. They're really awesome people, so make sure you like and support them.
Definitely.
We really appreciate you watching the video. We'll see you guys next time on MTG Alchemy.